It's a very confusing age we live in. Misnomers and misunderstandings have become commonplace. And it can be very frustrating for people who are constantly misunderstood.
When during the campaign, I would say Mexico's going to pay for it. Obviously, I never said this and I never meant they're going to write out a check.
You can basically see his anger starting to boil over. It's especially annoying for people, for if you just do a little research, you can see he clearly never said that.
Who's going to pay for the wall? Who's going to pay for the wall?
You see, he was the one asking who was paying for it. It was the people who kept saying Mexico. It was all just a simple misunderstanding. Now, unfortunately, it's not always this clear-cut of a misunderstanding. Often, people will hear or read something and just assume it means something that it obviously doesn't. Now, luckily for you, I developed a talent to hear what people are saying and decipher what they actually mean. It's a skill I've honed, and now I'm happy to share it with you. An unfortunate misunderstanding happened recently to Congressman Steve King. He is a Republican congressman representing the 4th District of Iowa. Now, Steve King, and modern inspiration for Pennywise, recently said in an interview,
"White nationalist, white supremacist, Western civilization. How did that language become offensive? Why did I sit in classes teaching me about the merits of our history and our civilization?"
Now, I know my initial reaction was, what? But I actually managed to decipher exactly what Representative King was worried about. And it doesn't actually have to do with the language at all. It actually, in fact, has to do with laundry. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, it's laundry. You see, Congressman King is worried that when his laundry is done, his colors won't get separated from his whites. Or, at least that's how I view it. Now, at this time, you might think it's only politicians that are susceptible to having their words misunderstood, but alas, that's not the case. In a recent survey into the diversity of workers in the science and technology fields, the Pew Research Center conducted interviews with employees currently working in this field. Now, it seems like the employees may have been tipped off that their comments might get misconstrued, as they didn't give their name and are simply referred to by innocuous terms like white male, computer worker, and age 52, a shrewd move to protect yourself. Now, these brave men gave great quotes like, "White males are undesirable classification currently in environments seeking the managed utopia of balance and diversity," as well as, "Today, the white male is the enemy. I've seen too many qualified white males passed over for promotions or advancement in favor of a woman and or minority. Qualifications don't matter these days. Rather, your gender and race matter." Now, on the surface, these seem like they could be perceived as self-serving types of comments. But upon my further review, I've learned what they're really trying to attempt here is to express empathy. You see, as employees of this industry for over 20 years, they've seen people passed over for jobs purely for their gender or skin color. And although they feel guilt for not standing up before, they are truly fed up and aren't going to allow this to happen anymore.
Enough is enough! I have had it with these
Discrimination
on this
entire industry. And I, for one, salute these guys. And finally, we'll look at comments made by Tucker Carlson, a host on Fox News and a ventriloquist dummy come to life. Now, in a segment on his show, he said this in regards to immigration and a caravan of Central American people looking to come to the U.S.
There are only a few hundred people in this caravan, but there are billions more around the world who live amid violence and poverty, and virtually every single one of them would like to relocate to San Diego.
Also, he said this.
If you're right up against a country that's totally out of control, as people are shooting each other in the numbers you just described, why wouldn't you be terrified to let them in?
Now, ignoring the concept of billions of people all living in San Diego, it's easy to look at his comments here as anti-immigration. But in reality, he's just concerned for their safety. You see, natural citizens of the United States are 2 to 3 times more likely to commit crimes than immigrants. So Mr. Carlson wants to keep these migrants away from natural citizens for their own safety. Very smart. Well, as you can see, misunderstandings can happen very easily. Have you noticed any times where people's words are taken the wrong way? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. See you next time.